put so much pressure on riders that it's going to make the job even harder, you know, because you can't have an off day.
Very quickly touch on Roy Lorenzo. So much has been made about his move to Repsol Honda. It's the HRC dream team, Marc Marquez and Roy Lorenzo together. Fourth place in the timesheets today for Lorenzo. It looks like he's gelled pretty quickly with that Honda. Has that surprised you? And observing outside of that HRC garage, how has he been integrated into that team? It looks like straight away he's been able to form a pretty close relationship already with his crew as well.
Yeah, the only thing I'm really surprised about here is the amount of work Jorge did, because he was out there early both days and just worked constantly, you know, and coming in from injury where I wasn't sure, like Valencia obviously was taking a bit easy, then to be able to have the fitness to work, and give today I've done, you know, pulled all the stops out to get him comfortable. If you have a look at his bike, the seat is a copy of what he had on the Ducati up until he hopped off it, and so is the fuel tank, you know. They've really tried to make him happy. They've even trimmed away bits of the fairing so he can get his knee back in. When he's sitting right forward, he can put his knee back and tuck it in. The people leading the new innovations, you know, they are the ones coming out with the most special or different looking things. Dovi, he didn't do as many laps, you know. He said physically he wasn't held back. You know, lap time wise, I wouldn't read too much into Dovi today. I really just think he was running through what he had to on his test program, and he confirmed at the end of the day with an interview that they weren't choosing engines, and I think they're the only factory that has already made a decision on next year's engine before this test. Everyone else, you can tell they're under big pressure to make a decision.
Simon, we know that you're not the only one that's been impressed by this hot crop of rookies that are moving up to the championship next year. Just looking at the timing screens as it stands right now.
I mentioned earlier to you guys that he went straight out there and was just yesterday banging it on its side, and I was super impressed. And really that comes with confidence in the front, which is rare to see a rookie with confidence like that in the front tyre straight off the bat. And then he had a big crash yesterday, over 200 kilometres an hour, put the bike up over the fence, moved the airbag, so we had to red flag, or the track organisers had to red flag. I thought he would lose confidence. You know, well, I was curious to see if he would lose confidence. First lap back out there a little bit later when he had clean leathers on again, and his second lap, so first flyer, was faster than anything done before. So no chance of losing confidence. He's impressive. So yeah, exciting stuff with the rookie. Albithiano, the team manager, can't say enough praise for Brad's work. He's really, really happy with him. Yeah, when your two riders are either sick or injured, and you have to make a decision on an engine today, Romano told me they have to make the decision at the end of today. That's not the best way to start, you know, but he did say they're pretty confident on what was the right one, so finger crossed for them.
Simon, thanks very much for all of the information that you've given us so far. It seems like the first of those two engine specs are the one that both Maverick and Valentino prefer. The problem is though, Steve, Valentino Rossi says it's not enough. We're still way behind the 8-ball. Honda and Ducati are much, much better than us, certainly on worn tyres over race distance. You can see soft tyres, time attacks. Maverick Vinales and Franco Morbidelli are comfortably inside the top 6, how they have been in both tests. On new tyres, the Yamaha works a dream, but it's that age-old problem. When you get over half race distance into 2/3 distance, the Yamaha loses grip. Their tyre degradation is much more aggressive, their tyre wear much harsher than Honda and Ducati. Valentino Rossi pretty much saying yesterday, Steve, Yamaha have told him, we need to make our engine selection right here, right now. We can't wait until Malaysia. Rossi was going, well, if we've got to race this engine next year, we ain't going to be fighting for the championship. It's not good enough, it's not strong enough, not competitive enough, it's not being the answer to the problems that we've got. Valentino's pretty much saying to Yamaha, we need another engine spec in
different tires, the medium, the hard rear, all the tires, and we spend sometimes there to understand also for Michelin. But yeah, then also we work many things with the bike. In some part we lose the way, some part was better, but then in the end just I go out and I put the first time today the soft tire, and then I did a good lap time. That is important, but was not the main priority. But yeah, happy what the work for the work what we did, and now time to take a rest on the winter and also analyze all the information.
So it's 4 days pretty much down on winter testing for 2019. What are the main differences you find now between this 2019 bike and the 2018 one? What are the biggest advantages?
I mean, of course, we improve on the engine area. It's something that still we need to improve a little bit more because still some areas that I'm struggling a little bit. But now also we must to understand how to improve the chassis area because still in some areas I'm missing the speed and I need to we need to analyze to understand how to improve because it was one of the question marks of the problem of the 2018 year, and also with this new bike we had there the problem because it's the same. So now it's time to analyze and try different things.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Thank you.
It's very calm, and all the engineers have the aim to improve and to help me. So this is very good, and I'm happy to see this feeling around me.
It's a very important test to choose the engine direction for next year. Went so far regarding the engine.
It's good, but I don't think it's the one we will have in the future. I don't know. I don't know if it's the version of 2019. So we try some parts, but I think we have to work on the chassis and electronics. The engine is quite good, but with the new regulation for the next season, we have to care a lot about the electronics for the exit of the corner, and this was an area where we focus a lot. But for sure, Jerez has been always quite difficult for us, but in these 2 days we have been good.
Also, we saw you trying a new rear seat unit. What are you trying to find with this new part?
It was difficult to understand if it was better or not, because
Both you and Maverick make the same choice of engine, or do you like the same one?
Yeah. He's okay, and Maverick was good in the test. He have also good pace, so he work well, and he's not so bad.
What would you wish to come to Sepang test?
We have to work in all the areas because we still suffer for me, and these two tests are not so bad, especially this one. But we need to continue to work.
Thank you, Valentino.
Thanks to Simon Crafar, thanks to Valentino Rossi. Body language does
Everything, it seems, apart from a new fairing. What can you tell us about the conclusions from today? Do it in a list.
Really tough day today. This is the truth. We were focused a lot on the new parts of the bike because clear. It's not really clear because someone is better in some areas and the other one is better in the other. So we have tried a lot of things and we have a lot of good information to send to Japan, and they will work.
Just one last question. Over the last 2 tests, what is the biggest thing you've managed to change in your riding style?